Alright, here we go. This is not gonna be Universe mode, because for Universe mode I'm doing highlights on the Revolution Universe mode, I should say. So anyways, now it's right here, no intro, because the song that I used for the intro, after a whole year of me using it, well, almost, better part, well, about to be, I don't know, I started using it December 8th, all the way to current day, but yeah, it got copyright, it has a copyright claim on all the art videos from like this past 11 months in which I've used the intro, so necessarily I just had to take it out. I mean, I still have it saved, but yeah, that's why we have no intro. Anyway, as see here, we are starting a new series that perhaps 2 months into it, I'm gonna no longer do like for all the art series I do, because I am lazy and unmotivated for everything besides Book of Revolution Universe mode, and I still rarely even do that. But anyway, I guess could try and embrace it. As you hear another Smackdown vs. Raw game on emulator. Oh wow, surprise. We're doing Velocity here. And we are doing it on Smackdown vs. Raw 2006. So now this is gonna be another universe mode thing that I do. I'm also doing like a universe mode type thing on Instagram, which I'll leave a link to as well. And also a link to the video I did for it as well in the second YouTube channel. Anyway, so we're going for this universe mode, we're gonna do Velocity specifically, like only Velocity shows, but the regular WWE shows as well. So as you see, we have the Mobi screen recorder because we were doing this on Android, and then I just sent this from the Android to the iOS, like what I mostly do for most of the Android videos. Well, for all the Android videos that I don't upload them from Android. I send them to the iOS to do a voiceover here because it just works out more better for me on iOS. Anyway, but so necessarily, all the shows would be on Velocity, and we'll have our own custom tiles. By own custom tiles, I mean we're just gonna use all the art tiles, like the WWE tag tiles, no world tag tiles, so the WWE tag tiles, the cruiserweight title, the women's title, either the United States or Intercontinental title. I don't know. I'm trying to decide between one of them, but we're not gonna use both of them. And we're not gonna use the world tag tiles. We're not gonna use the hardcore tile. We're not gonna do the $1,000,000 tile. And we're not going to do the WWE Award title, but we're going to do our own custom championship for, that will be the world title for this universe. And that will be completely custom, and I shall actually show it next time I do this episode, which I'm probably going to do this on a weekly basis, not fully sure. Or probably not, I really don't know. So anyway, here we go. Yeah, tag team action, RVD and Kane. They're going to challenge Daviari and Muhammad Hassan for the titles on the first ever episode of Velocity in the first ever matchup. So this is something, interesting. I guess this is going to be an interesting tag team matchup. Of course, the faces are going to be RVD and Kane, and also this is going to be somewhat buggy. It just is when I screen record, but it's like when I don't screen record it, it's like it doesn't act buggy at all. But then, when I do screen record the Smackdown Raw 2008, the 2011, the 2006 stuff as well, it just acts buggy. Guess that's how all the screen recorders are, necessarily. But anyway, yeah, it wasn't that bad, as bad as it was for like the past ones. The 2006 one, to be fair, has like the least amount of lag once I screen record it, to be fair. But now here's the thing. The reason that's why for the PSP narrative, we have a whole special feature in which we could just like zoom by, like fast forward until we want to get something. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, because if I do that, then necessarily the whole matchup's gonna be ruined, because then it's gonna like have a whole flashing lights, and then it's gonna like not lag on much, but it's like it's just gonna keep having flashing lights and stuff, and then ruin the match, and it's gonna be just gonna look bad. Not to mention after a while hurt your eyes, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, not a good idea, which is why I'm not gonna be zooming by, fast forwarding, I should say. For Smackdown vs. Raw 2008, however, it does not do that, which is good. And it doesn't do that for Smackdown vs. Raw 2011 either, but it does it for 2006, 2007, and I don't know about 2009, because 2009 just doesn't work when I download it. Anyway, so moving on here, tag team action, second matchup, which will be the next matchup. After this tag matchup, it's going to be Women's Champion, which of course is obviously Trish Stratus. She's going to take on Stacy Keibler in non-title action. Now, since there's such a tiny amount of women in the game, well, most of these WWE games, to be fair, besides, like, I don't know, maybe the later ones have more, I think, maybe, probably. Smackdown Raw 2011 had like 10, I think. 10 or 11. So yeah. But yeah, that will be non-title action here in Velocity. If Stacy Keibler does win, then she could perhaps get a future Women's title opportunity. And now, speaking of which, we could have count out here. And now, are we going to? And yes, we do. Kane. And I think that's Daviari. Couldn't get a good look. That was the last final glance. And, well, Kane and RVD win by count out, but that would not win them titles. Daviari and Hassan live to see another day. They're still tag team champions, by the way. But RVD and Kane picking up the victory by count out, I guess. Although both Kane and Daviari will count out. Anyway, up next here in Velocity, like I said, Trish and Stacy Keibler, and for some reason, I know because they're like shorter, but like, do they really have to be that low? Like, could have at least made them like an equal proportion to like the men, or at least like cruiserweights like Ray, because at least we still like see more than half of Ray's body, I believe, for these animations. Anyway, so yeah, women's action here tonight, and the main event, which would be your third and final match, and after this, I guess we're only gonna have 3 matches here, because if I do 5, then it's just gonna get lost in the whole shuffle necessarily. Well, not really, because I feel like I could do a whole lot more booking with 5, but now we're just gonna do 3 here. So yeah, but anyway, main event up next. We're gonna see who will become the first ever Velocity World Heavyweight Champion. And yes, I know that's kind of a ridiculous name, but it's Velocity. I want to use the Velocity Arena. I like green. I like the Velocity Arena. I always liked Velocity better than Heat. So, yeah. Velocity World Title. That's what it's going to be. Velocity Championship Wrestling. Oh, God. I know it's such a bad name, but that's just going to be... That's going to be the name of it. I guess. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. Makes sense, I guess. We could perhaps even make Heat a pay-per-view for some reason. I don't know why, but just so I could record the Heat Arena, because I actually really do like the way the Heat Arena looks in the game, along with the Velocity Arena. So, yeah, I guess we can make Heat a pay-per-view. Like ECW's Heat Wave. Make her replace SummerSlam or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully I could actually continue this series for more than like a month or 2. And then, you know, continue doing it. Like, well, then with Booker and Revolution Year's mode. I've only done like 8, 9 pay-per-views in a whole year. Last year, I started it, and I didn't get fully close to finishing it. I was planning on doing it every week, but I couldn't, so I like did like maybe twice every month. Around the full week, I should say. Worth. I don't know. But anyway, finally the matchup begins, because it took me a while to just realize that I was watching the entrances, which, to be fair, it runs way more smoothly. 2006 runs way more smoothly, entrances-wise, especially entrances, than 2008 does when I screen record it. Well, then for 2008, I do it on the tablet. This one was recorded on Samsung. Anyway, main event for the Velocity World Title. Once again, a ridiculous name, I don't care. But it's going to be an Elimination Chamber match. But since we can only use the Elimination Chamber with the New Year's Revolution Arena, because back then, that's what Elimination Chamber was for. But then in Smackdown versus Raw 2008, we had the Elimination Chamber matchup where it had the option to either be in Survivor Series or New Year's Revolution, because it was in Survivor Series in like, what, 2004? I think 2003, 2004, can't fully remember. But yeah, around that time. So I wish we could also have that option. But anyway, so yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Now Stacy, the bow and arrow, right? Trish trying to wear her down. But anyway, main event Elimination Chamber matchup is going to be between 6 superstars, in which some of you guys probably might guess from star power, and some of you might not. Spoiler alert, no Triple H, no Cena, no Batista. So that's how it's going to go, because they already get enough title opportunities. Although, to be fair, Triple H I probably might give a title opportunity, I don't know. Or at least book him in a spot in which he could get one. But now to say, the matchup is going to be between, I already know once you guys hear these first 2 names, you're probably not going to like it, but I will like it because these first 2 are talented, and if you ask me, underrated wrestlers that should have gotten a push. At least for like something higher than a mid-card title. 30 or World title. First one's Paul London, which is, I know it sounds ridiculous, but whatever. Maybe not a world title push, but maybe a mid-card title push for him would have been nice. Besides just the cruiserweight title and like the tag titles at one point, I believe, with Brian Kendrick. So yeah, Paul London's gonna be in the matchup. Shelton Benjamin, which to be fair, should have been world champion. Dode or world heavy champion, whichever one necessarily. When he was still in Dode. Current day, he's just flew off the radar, so I don't think he's gonna get a title opportunity anytime soon. And third one, let's see here. Paul London, John Benjamin, Shawn Michaels, of course. Of course, we're gonna get one of the best wrestlers in the world. Kurt Angle as well, which is gonna be very good. Man, I'm almost forgetting the other two. Right. Chris Jericho, which of course is the GOAT, and Chris Benoit. Elimination Chamber. That sounds awesome if you ask me. And we're gonna get a whole lot of high-flying stuff from Shawn Benjamin and Paul London, if you ask me, so that'll be a couple good spots. Anyway, now, continuing on with this matchup here, Stacey Keebler doing her best to just keep down the women's champion, Trish Stratus. And right now, Trish trying to wear her down. Here has her Irish whip off the ropes. Goes Stacey. And Trish, a sleeper hold. Able to catch her. That'll make a nice thumbnail, I guess. Because it has the velocity backdrop. Anyway, now, Stacey. Oh, she's fading. She's fading. When I originally recorded this, I didn't know that this could happen in the game. NFL has this little mini game as well. That's kind of cool. Anyway, now, that's one arm down. Stacey has two more attempts. I think she's knocked out here. Trish is wearing her down very nicely. That's the second one. The third one. And Trish will win this matchup. And Stacey, she still has life in her. Stacey Keebler trying to fight back against the women's champion Trish Stratus, in which she does a couple elbows. A second elbow. Right to the stomach. So basically not a couple for when I said it during the first one. Anyway, Irish whip, Trish on the ring apron now. Stacey brings her back inside the ring. Just grabbed her by her hair there. And now Stacey. Oh, okay then. That's a little cheap. Trish with the shot right to the... I'm just going to say cat. That's the very kid-friendly or Christian way to say it, I guess. Anyway, now Stacey switching gears here. Basically like she didn't feel it at this point. But now super of her own. She has her arm, like her forearm, blocking Trish's mouth. So that's going to be more brutal. It's phasing through Trish's mouth as well. But pretend like that's not happening. It's definitely not into her face now. Anyway, now Trish... She's able to break out of it off the second arm raising attempt. I don't know what you would call that, basically. And now, first elbow, and the second elbow will do the trick. Stacey trying to give Trish a taste of her own medicine with the sleeper hold there, but Trish able to escape it. And now the stare down, and Trish, the kick gets blocked. Now Stacey, what you thinking of here? The slap gets blocked. And now Trish, the kick once again getting blocked. These two women just scouting each other like it's none. And now Stacey Keebler. Well, Irish whip reversal by Trish. Once again, so many reversals happening here. Into the corner goes Stacey. And now Trish trying to plan something here. Not going to fully work out. As Stacey gets out the corner just in time. Arm drag and Stacey goes flying almost out of the ring. But if it wasn't for the ropes just blocking her, then, well, it helped her not fly out of the ring, I guess. Missed dropkick attempt by Stacey. Now Trish going high risk here. But decides not to. Just gets off midway through. When Stacey was making her way to her, but Stacey was able to take her down in time. And neck breaker. Okay, then backwards neck break. That was actually pretty nice. And just another shot right there to the... I can say it. Right to the back. I'm not sure how that's gonna hurt Trish since she has Cloven blocking her. But there. Video game logic. Just pretend it never happened. But then I think if Stacey does win this matchup, she definitely does deserve a shot, at least a future title opportunity against Trish Stratus or whoever will be the current women's champion by the time in which Stacey does get one, if she doesn't get it immediately after. But that's only if she could actually defeat Trish here tonight, where she proves that she could defeat the champion in non-title action, which could also, be a bit of a spoiler in the future. But in order for that to happen, Stacey's gonna have to win, and now we're gonna go to a slow motion finisher here, which I don't have any idea for what Stacey's finisher is, or what it's called. Looked like a spin heel kick. It was not a spin heel kick, but of course, one of Stacey Keebler's finishers has to be a kick variation because she has long legs, I guess. Or over there, kind of not all that devastating finisher, but not necessarily. Anyway, now Trish, well, not devastating at all because Trish, she's right back up. To be fair. She has no effects of the DDT, though. She's going to have an effect of that one, though. She's definitely going to feel that one. Stacey, kind of tight here. The fatigue starting to go through. at this point. And now Stacy bringing Trish into the middle of the ring, trying to set her up for something. But Trish missed the clothesline. Oh, slap. And now, Stacy fighting against Trish here. Has her whip into the corner. Trish not looking too good in this matchup at this moment, but able to reverse it. Working on the arm of Stacy. And now Trish Stratus with a dropkick. Stacy going down. Well, to be fair, I'm just gonna go away from commentary here. But necessarily, women's wise or Divas wise, I'm not gonna say Divas at this point, although back then they were obviously called Divas, but I'm just gonna say women's division wise necessarily. I'm not even sure how much there's here. Trish, Lita, Stacy, that's 3. Melina was in 2007, not in the 2006 game, so that's that. So she's not gonna be in here, sadly. Joy is also here. She was highly forgettable. So that's 4. Michelle McCool, obviously 5. I don't know who else besides them. 5. Christy Hemme, 6, I guess. Terry Wilson, 7. I'm not sure if Candice was in the game or Victoria. I don't think they were, for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, now another kick, I guess. That was brutal. Stacy, I think that was the finisher as well, into the pin on Trish, and she picks up the victory against the women's champion. Stacy Keibler has pinned the women's champion here tonight on Velocity. Okay then, that was unexpected. Usually when you think of Trish versus Stacy, you think of Trish, well, obviously winning because she's Trish Stratus, and Stacy is just Stacy Keibler, I guess. Well, now to say, the women's champion has been pinned here tonight on Velocity. As now we're moving on to the Elimination Chamber match. Winner becomes the first ever Velocity Heavyweight Champion. I still hate saying that. We should definitely definitely get a better name, but I don't know. Just gonna call it the Velocity World Title. Screw it. VCW. No, like EC Dub, VC Dub. Yeah, we need to start those chants, definitely. Anyway, the first 2 in this chamber match will be Shawn Benjamin and Chris Benoit. Okay, that's going to be interesting. German suplex by Sheldon to kick things off alright. So now, here's the thing. This whole video recording right here is blurry. This was his own separate one. The tag team matchup and the women's matchup were all one recording. This one was his own separate recording. And for some reason, the screen went super closed. Like, the original screen is super tiny, so I had to zoom in here, in which where it looks like a full frame like the past 2 matches, which is why I guess it looks somewhat blurry, or that's probably just me, and it has better quality. German suplex by Benoit now to Sheldon. I like the way the suplex animations look here. The German suplex animations looks pretty cool. Anyway, big victory for Trish, not Trish Stratus, Stacy Keibler, so she's definitely gonna have to get a future women's title opportunity against Trish in the future. So that'll be cool. Maybe in the next pay-per-view. Most definitely. Anyway, who do you guys would think win this matchup? I'm not going to give any predictions at this point because, to be fair, before this matchup started, I didn't even have any predictions. I was just thinking of how awesome it will be and of how awesome the CPU would do. And I didn't have any original predictions. Anyway, now Crippler crossface by Benoit out of nowhere into Sheldon. Okay, that was unexpected here. 5, 4, 3 more seconds to the next person enters. Can Sheldon tap out? Nah, he looks good. Sheldon living the fight another day here. Benoit using one of his best maneuvers, and if not his best maneuver, early on in the matchup, trying to wear down Shawn Benjamin. And now Kurt Angle. Well, of course, Shawn Benjamin and Kurt Angle part of Team Angle. And, well, I believe, yeah, they did have a rivalry with Benoit. Like Benoit, Lesnar, and Rhino in 2003 Smackdown. It was pretty enjoyable as well. Not to mention back when, to be fair, when Lesnar was actually enjoyable. Because he was there every week and stuff. Anyway, now you definitely got to think Angle and Sheldon could team up against Benoit here, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Well, Benoit and Angle were also a tag team before as well, so, you know. Could go either way here. They both could team up against Angle. As in the Revolution against Angle. That could be interesting here. Shall see how it goes, but anyway, who do you guys think will win this? Paul London, Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels, Shawn Benjamin, Kurt Angle, or Chris Jericho? So yeah. To be fair, either one of them, of course, is an amazing world champion. Yes, even London or Benjamin, if you ask me, because they have enjoyable matches. They really do. Shawn Benjamin had an amazing No, not Joe Benjamin. Paul London had an amazing matchup against Akio. I can't remember his name. The Japanese dude. They had a great matchup on Velocity. I can't remember which episode that one was, but yeah, it was pretty enjoyable, to be fair. And now next entrant to the Elimination Chamber will be. It is who's in that chamber pod? Oh, Jericho. Okay, yeah, Jericho. I was trying to look at the name tags, but I saw Benoit until I had to look the other side. No, wait, no, it's not Jericho. It's Sean. Oh yeah, it's the name. I don't know. Fine. I'm just going through upstairs. It's Sean. So that means either Jericho or London is gonna be the last. Is gonna be the last entrant here. So yeah, Shawn Michaels' fourth entrant here, an angle elbow drop. I don't think he connected with anyone there. Just missed everyone there. Just missed everyone besides Air, I guess. Right now, Benoit and Benjamin. Angle and Michaels, that's, of course, a great matchup. Any day of the week. What if there was a matchup between Angle and Sean in current day? It'll be super slow paced. To be fair, Sean and Crown Jewel. I don't even know. I didn't even bother to watch it. I just watched. To be fair, the only thing I watched from Crown Jewel was necessarily like the entrances for DX and Brothers of Destruction. But then since the Brothers of Destruction entrance took for ever, I decided, screw it, not worth my time. And then just didn't bother to watch the rest of the match. And I did watch conveniently when I tuned in Crown Jewel, because of course it was a school day on that day, so I missed a whole lot. But basically, it was the finals, and it was Miz and Ziggler, which, to be fair, I kind of wanted Miz to go all the way. I wanted Miz and Ziggler to both go all the way, but since I didn't think it was accurate, my original prediction in my mind was Rollins versus anyone besides Miz. Because a whole lot of people wanted Jeff to win. But yeah, deep down inside I wanted Miz or Ziggler, but since I had a fun feeling that they were probably going to get eliminated first, which is why I didn't think too much of it. But then, nope, they made it to the finals. Which is good, because to be fair, both of them deserve it. Way more than others, if you ask me. I mean, Lashley, kind of bland. Rollins will definitely be another one that deserves it, I guess. Anyway, so now we're in a far camera angle now for this. Yeah. But anyway, going back to Crown Jewel thing quickly. The Shane thing is ridiculous. We all know that. Because Shane is CM Punk now, so makes sense. Sounds legit. Anyway, going back to this matchup here. Since once again, we are in is a little bit cluttered. I guess it's kind of having a little bit of a lag. Kind of. German suplex by by Benoit Angle, I should say. One, and only a one count for whoever that was. Not to mention, I've said this before in past videos, not all that made up. Since I record on iMovie, and iMovie has this little tiny recording bar where it shows how loud my audio is being, and since I have this on a vertical angle, it's gonna be difficult to see through this bar, although it's translucent, but it's dark translucent. And from these Elimination Chamber angles, it's gonna be very difficult for me to call the action and for me to call and say what's going on, as right now this is also super blurry. Probably also blurry on the screen, to be fair, but since I have this on a vertical angle and this only is on 1/4 of the screen necessarily. Just how it is. And now Angle elbow drop, and he connected with what? Jericho, London, Michaels, London, and Benoit. Okay, that was pretty nice. And now Jericho going to the top rope himself here. What can he be looking for? And jumps and misses. No, gets the shot on Angle. Never mind. Hopefully, we can get someone jumping off the chamber pod. Oh, wait. We do. A whole lot of times, by the way. And that's not really a spoiler. Oh, God, this angle is horrendous, to be fair. That's great. Alright, there. I fixed it. Oh, God. When you see how super blurry it is, even when it's close up. Oh, God. Once again, I couldn't see what Benoit and who he elbow dropped there. This is gonna be difficult. I did not expect this. Anyway, now Michaels and Benoit in the middle of the ring. Off the ropes goes Benoit. And over the ropes, I should say. Okay, we're going back to this angle. I'm gonna keep it that way anyway now. I believe that's... Okay, it's Jericho. Going on to the chamber pod now. climb across. Who's Jericho gonna be aiming at here? And there he goes, and I believe he crashed. And just completely missed everyone there. And now London and Benjamin now going their own separate ways here on the chamber pods. Here we go. Angle surely joined them. London's on top of one of them. And here he goes. 450. Jesus Christ. London, high risk, but no reward. And now Angle on top of one. Benjamin on top of one. Team Angle. And Angle goes for an elbow drop. And Benjamin just a sign against it, saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. But really, London for 450. Like, that was awesome. Also, isn't the 450 like his finisher? I didn't see the finisher, but oh my god. They're all aiming after London. Poor London. Poor Paul London, the only cruiserweight in this matchup. And wait, nope, never mind. Jericho, Sean drew Jericho off. Benoit drew Sean off. I don't know, I couldn't really see the angle there, but I remember it happening. Right now, Angle and Sean, London on top of the rope, getting sides against it. Sean Benjamin Angle. And to the outside of the ring goes Angle. And now both Sean going to the outside of the ring as well. Benoit looking to go high risk here. Who can he aim after though? Decides to go inside the ring with the elbow drop. Sean going to the outside now. Thanks to Sean Benjamin. Now Benjamin joined them shortly after. 2. And can this be a 3 count? And yes it is. Jericho has been eliminated. Benoit eliminating Jericho. I believe that was Benoit. I don't know. I swear the audio bar is blocking it, so I can barely see it. But yeah, I would like to think that it was Benoit. That sounds so bad here. Where? Anyway, now Angle and Sheldon. London on top here again. I got London Bernardo. He brings Sheldon down. Okay then, throwing Sheldon off, and here he goes high flying. And now Angle going shortly after. And now Benoit, he's next. He has a history of concussions. Which, to be fair, if you ask me, that was the one that caused the incident. Benoit's innocent, by the way. And there, the flying headbutt. And now, oh my god, stop it, please. Sean. And Angle, Sean. He's going to give mercy, at least. London. Probably not. He's going to probably do another 450. He better not, though. Elbow drop. To the inside of the ring. For some particular odd reason. Yo, Benoit's still knocked out. He just crashed and burned. And Angle elbow drop. Like, they're all just missing as well. If they can make more shots, that'll be more impressive. Anyway, now, Benoit with an armbar into Sheldon. Okay. Imagine this maneuvers will be the one to knock out Sean Benjamin and Sean. To be fair, if you ask me, could have pinned our London or Angle in the ring. They were knocked out. Well, they no longer are, but, you know, Sean could have actually done that. Probably would have actually gotten an elimination off of Angle or London, if you ask me. But anyway, here's another thing. For our next episode of Velocity, the main event will be a 5-man battle royal with the 5 losers here. So we now know Jericho's going to be in the battle royal. But whoever wins that battle royal will become the one contender. For example, the final 2 men in this matchup. The one who was the closest, but of course lost in the final 2. They're not just going to become, you know, the one contender. Because all the other men in the elimination match, you know, could have also had an equally as well chance. I guess, somewhat. Well, it depends on their number differential as well. But anyway, it's just going to be a 5-man battle royal of the 5 losers in this match to crown the number 1 contender for whoever wins this match. And they'll face off against whoever wins this match for the Velocity Heavyweight title, I guess. And Sean, a moonsault, and he connected with Benoit. Just, okay, that's gotta be gruesome though. Imagine that was a real life spot. And now Sean, another moonsault. Sean is going crazy here. Moonsault Mania is running wild. And I'm not going to say bro, because if I had to actually say bro, I'd have to say like Hogan, and I can't do a Hogan impression, so yeah. And did London just do like jump over the ropes? I think he did. I didn't properly see it, but I'm pretty sure he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Oh god, here we go again. London on top of the chamber pod. Shelton as well. 450 again! London keeps missing, and Sheldon Benjamin connects, I think. I don't know. Once again, the bar. And Angle. Okay, he definitely missed that one. And Sean a moonsault. Jesus Christ. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. They're all aiming after Paul London as well, because London's the only one who's been knocked out. Anyway, now Angle and Michael's going their own separate chamber pods. And now there goes Angle. And he actually connects with both Benjamin and Angle. Okay. I mean, Benjamin and Benoit. Angle once again. Yo, Angle's not going to let up here. I believe he's actually jumped off here the most. Anyway, now the pin on London and Paul London has been eliminated. Rightfully so. That 450 just... That was gruesome, to be fair. That 450 was nasty. I think he missed. He did miss on both attempts. And Sheldon actually connects with both Benoit and Shawn there. And now Shawn Benjamin. Imagine he was to win super kick to Shawn Michaels. Michaels just, oh, Sheldon, he is fatigued. And Shawn looking to show Benjamin what a real super kick will be like. Anyway, now, Sheldon, that's his finisher. Is that the, what, T-bone suplex? Or is it something else that's a T-bone suplex? Anyway, that's going to be the maneuver that ends off Shawn Michaels. Michaels has been eliminated by Sheldon Benjamin. Bragging rights for this young man has just skyrocketed by, I guess, 100, maybe even more, because Shawn Benjamin has just pinned Shawn Michaels. Final three now: Benoit, Angle, and Shelton. The final three were also the first three. And now STF here by Benoit, wrenching the neck of Angle. Angle, of course, history of neck problems, so obviously could go into play. Might as well have as well by this point, especially due to all the jumps that he's made. So definitely has not worked out well for Angle at this point. Well, I don't think it worked out well for anyone at this point, but especially Angle because all the, the neck problems. And now Sheldon chopped to the chest, or at least around the chest of Benoit, I guess. Sheldon just can't be able to finish maneuvers here. Like, he's just kept being knocked out here. And now Benoit, can he fully knock out Sheldon? Can Sheldon tap out? Because Sheldon has been fatigued for, a couple of times after he's done moves. He just fell down to his feet, fell down to his knees, especially after for example, the super kick a couple of seconds ago, maybe in a minute or two ago, that he did to Shawn. He just, went on one knee shortly after, couldn't continue doing it, and Shawn just, just turned around. The only thing the move did was just, spin him around in a circle, I guess. Anyway, butterfly suplex by Sheldon, and Benoit thought he was going to assist Sheldon with, a double team. Once again, Sheldon going down to his knees. But anyway, off the butterfly suplex, Benoit's going to pin. Sheldon cannot get the job done and cannot pin Angle, and Angle's been eliminated by Chris Benoit. The final two, Sheldon Benjamin and Chris Benoit. Benjamin and Benoit were also the first two. Benoit German suplex, and Sheldon, he has no more left in the tank. The first two in the matchup end up, hello Trish. The first two in the matchup end up being the last two in the matchup. And Chris Benoit is the Velocity World Heavyweight Champion. That's amazing. Benoit just taking advantage. The ending of the matchup speaks volumes for what has happened in this matchup. The example for this one, particularly Sheldon Benjamin. Benjamin just couldn't get the job done. The butterfly suplex to Kurt Angle, or also known as the double unhook suplex, just launched an Angle, almost out of the ring as well. But then Benjamin just wasn't going to pin, had no more left in the tank, went down to one knee, tried to get a breather. Benoit was going to try and jump off the top rope, but decided against it. Just went down, walked towards Angle, and then bam, that was it. Angle fatigued enough to not kick out either. And then that Benjamin still trying to catch his breath. Benoit just one bridged German suplex. One bridged German, and that gets the job done. Chris Benoit is the Velocity Heavyweight Champion for this universe mode, and that is it. That was Velocity Week 1. That was very enjoyable. Catch you all in the next edition of this whole Velocity universe, which will be Velocity Week 2. Probably not going to be next week for whenever after I upload this. I don't know. I'll probably just upload this, not weekly, but still call it weeks, like what I do for universe mode, basically. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Catch you all in episode 2/week 2 of this Velocity universe mode. This was very enjoyable. Catch you on the next one, and goodbye.